Alright folks, we are back in American Truck Simulator. This will be the last video before we officially go into the Utah DLC. As many of you know, the DLC will be released for Utah on November 7th. Usually it gets released about 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me, usually, when DLCs and games are released. But nonetheless, this is going to be the last trip we do before we enter into Utah. This trip today will be going from Gallup over to Kayenta. I'm pretty sure that's going to be one of the many entry points into Utah. So we're going to go ahead and take the trip. It's about 270 miles. Definitely one of the longer trips that I have done in this game as well. When it comes to making videos, it's definitely one of the longer trips. But a classic American truck here. We got the Autocar DC truck. This truck can be found officially on the SES forums, though you will be able to find this truck. You'll be able to find this truck on almost any modding site currently. Pretty much people have said that it's on Modland, it's on ATS Mod, so probably any of them that you run into, you will find it. The skin that I have here, it comes part of the truck. It just shows up as test, so I liked it, decided to roll with it. It comes with 2 cabin options, day cab or a sleeper. It comes with 3 different chassis options. It does have several different engines. I have the 525 horsepower Cummins N855. So that is what I have under the hood for this vehicle, for this truck. Again, we're going from Gallup over to Kayenta. So as always, if you haven't already, folks, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. I'm about to adjust my seat here. I don't know what's going on here. It's not quite centering me. It keeps trying to center me off to the right for some reason, but I guess that's okay for now. I just want to move this up a little bit. And maybe adjust that. So I don't know quite what's going on here, because every time I press the up button, it keeps centering me off to the right. So this is going to be interesting as we take this drive here. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind when I'm driving. I can't just press the up button. Maybe the 1 key, maybe. No, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it keeps centering me off. Yeah, it keeps centering me off to the right for some reason. But anyway, let's get going. Go ahead and get out of here. So we are in the heavy FPS killer, Gallup, New Mexico. So it's definitely a challenge here with the FPS. I'm trying to see, how do I get out of here? Yeah, how do I get out of this thing? I don't know. I can't go that way. Let's go around here and see what we can figure out. But if you're new to the channel, I just recently came out with the schedule of what I'll release and record and on what days. So if you're checking this out, every Monday is American Truck Simulator. I was trying to see if I can remember verbatim, but I can't. Not without cheating here a little bit, but yeah, every Monday it is American Truck Simulator. every Tuesday, or I don't record on Tuesdays, but every Monday is American Truck Simulator. Every Wednesday is Firm Bus Simulator. Every Friday is Bus Simulator 18. Every Saturday is Euro Truck Simulator. And Sundays are optional right now, due to the fact that I have several different games that I either have not played or I just simply just don't have the time to. If I was recording, 7 days a week, then it wouldn't be so much of an issue, with my schedule and with, what I load or what I record and at what time. But I work full time, so I try to limit the amount of time that I upload, because I just simply don't have the time to sit and just upload it. So again, we're going from Gallup over to Kayenta, Arizona, and that's where we will stay at until Utah comes out. So the plan is to drop this harvester off in Kayenta, and then we're going to stay there until Utah is released. And then when it is released, then we'll hopefully get a load going into Utah. I mean, I'm certain we will, but just gotta be certain. One thing about this truck, does not come with beacon options. So I wanted to turn the beacons on for this load, but I couldn't. So So this truck is a little heavy on FPS. Could be just my computer, I don't know. But yeah, it's a little heavy on the FPS. But it's a different truck, and I mean, very well detailed so far. I mean, I only found out today that this truck was released, so it's definitely well detailed. I don't see any animations on the pedals. However, the gear shifter, you get like 3 different custom options for it. So it depends on what kind of shifter you're interested in. You do get options for that. You get the little digital clock reader in the middle of the dashboard here. That's an option as well. And you get the hanging ornament of the cat's ass right there. I thought it was like some type of illumination in the window when I first selected it, but it's an actual pendant. So that's pretty cool. But again, this truck is in the SCS forums. I always encourage people to download from there, from the Steam Workshop first, before you go to other sites such as Modland and stuff like that. You know, because when you go to these sites like Modland, ATS Mods, Mod ATS, what have you, the person has the ability to recompress the files that, you know, pretty much re-zip them, and they could create their own share mods link, and then make money off of it as if it was their mod. So, you know, that's why you see modders sometimes say, you know, if you do re-upload somewhere else, you know, just use the original link so that the author still gets compensated for it, you know, which, you know, it's understandable, you know, and it's actually just being respectful, you know, use their links, you know, so that they get paid for it. And then plus, you don't know what you get into when you know, when you go to these websites and you download the mods. You know, you're not sure if a person compressed all the files that are required for that mod. So, you know, do keep that in mind. I am in 1.36 beta for ATS, so as far as I know, according to the description, this is not compatible with 1.35. So if you are in 1.35, you won't be able to use this mod, but possibly, and do not quote me on this, do not, you know, hold me to my word, because I could be totally off. I know in the past, to make a mod compatible with a particular game version was as simple as, you know, adding 1.35 in a manifest.sii files. I'm not sure how true that is now, you know, because it seemed like every update as far as game versions go, you know, SCS makes it that much harder for the modder and for the people that know how to edit files. So, with that being said, don't hold me to it. I'm not responsible if the game crashes or it just doesn't work for you no more. I don't know. But yeah, that's that. And yeah, this is a really, really good try. I'm probably gonna keep this in my download folder, you know. So when I do my spring cleaning, probably gonna be before the end of the year. We are entering into Shiprock. No, I overshot that one. Yeah, I did. But yeah, so yeah, you can pretty much find this mod out there. Like I say, it's nice. I'm probably gonna keep this mod in my folder when I do my spring cleaning, which should be before the end of the year. I might do it before Utah, before the Utah DLC come out. I don't know yet. It all depends. But if I don't, it'll be before the end of the year. Now, talking about that video, you know, before I get into anything here, whoa, I overshot that. But I recorrected myself. But talking about the Utah DLC, when it is released, I'm gonna take out all my mods. Right now, I really only have 2 mods running. It is the SCS Lowboy Ownable mod, which works in 1.36, and then I have this Autocar DC mod that works in 1.36. But when that video comes out, I may keep the truck in at least, but that'll be the only mod. If I don't, I'll probably go with a Kenworth W900 or a Peterbilt 389, and then that'll probably be it. You know, as far as for the first video, just give a clean, almost close to clean profile as I possibly can. The only thing that I will have in, as you might be able to tell right now, is I have reshade. And so obviously it changes the shading of the game. I just pretty much played around with a few reshade options, and this is what I got. And I loved it, and so I stuck with it. You know, I had quite a few people ask me, you know, how did I get this kind of shading? And pretty much, you know, I downloaded the reshade app, and so I was able to, like I said, you could use the whole bunch of different combinations until you come up with a particular combination that you enjoy, you know. And that's pretty much what I did, and that's, you know, this is the combination I came up with. If I remember at the end of the video, I'm losing a lot of power going up this hill. If I remember at the end of the video, I will go into, if it shows up, I will go into the reshade and show you what options I got selected. You know, the particular options that I selected, it worked well with this game, but then it may not work well with all of them. So we are entering into Arizona here. Should be right outside of Farmington. We won't be exactly going into Farmington per se. We would be just west of it. I originally was just going to shoot straight up the 191, which would lead me directly into Kayenta, but I decided not to. And actually, now I'm thinking about it, I believe we are going to Page, Arizona, and not Kayenta. I want to say, not 100%. Man, this truck is amazing. I overshot that. Right. So we got about 135 miles to go, not too long. Should get there about 6:30, give or take. Okay, into straight ahead. I'm so excited for Utah. According to a few YouTubers that received the DLC for free, Jeff Faviano and Clumsy, according to them, the DLC should be $11.99, which will be, if you're keeping track, it'll be the third straight DLC that was $12 or under. I mean, and then of course, you know, these are relatively smaller states, so you know they're going to be a little bit on the cheaper side. You know, and of course you're going to get your people that think that it should be cheaper just because by the time you get done paying for every DLC that they may release, you're going to end up paying $300-400 for the game, which that's true. But this, I don't want to say it's 100% true simulator, but it's about the best truck simulator you're going to get out there. I mean, yeah, of course you got things like Truck Driver that's out, which I was going to get, but I pulled the plug on it, at least for right now. You know, maybe once it goes on sale, get a little bit cheaper, I might get it, but I'm not paying $40 for it right now. And then there's On the Road Truck Simulator, which actually graphically looks really, really good compared to even ETS 2. I started to pull the plug on that because it was on sale, but I decided not to, and I let it be. And then, you know, so, you know, this is a true simulator. Like I said, this isn't going to be the truck driving school to get your CDL type simulator, but this is definitely legit. And I've been playing this game for about 2 years now. You know, I remember playing this game on a netbook, you know, getting maybe 10 frames per second. You know, I was playing it on a little old netbook, and you know, I remember staying up plenty of nights, you know, enjoying my little 10 FPS gameplay, but you know, it worked well for me, you know, and you know, I upgraded to an actual gaming laptop that only had a gigabyte of video memory, you know, and you know, it was a little bit better on performance, you know, but it still gave me issues, you know, and finally, you know, I got tired of that, and I said, you know what, it's time for me to go and build my own computer. That's exactly what I did. Went out, built my own computer, and been happy ever since. Now, granted, I'm definitely looking for an upgrade. Just simply because, you know, I have a really old processor, a 7-year-old one, basically a 3 logical core processor, and it struggles, you know, a lot, especially in this game. Like, you know, I can play games like, you know, I can play things like ETS 2, and I can get a steady FPS with everything cranked up, minus the weather quality. But I can have everything cranked up in that game and damn near run 60 FPS smoothly. But in this game, I can't, and I don't understand. I mean, I know why, but maybe because this is newer. You got the ETS 2's been out for what, 6+ years maybe? You know, and I just got hip to the game maybe a year ago. I mean, because I've owned ATS since day one, you know, when it was released. And ETS, I only came around, like I said, it's probably been about a year ago. And then, even then, once it was released, it probably took another 6 months after that before I really started playing it. So, you know, now I play it. I don't do too many gameplays off stream or off recording. But when I first got these games, I was playing it without recording, you know, because I just didn't have the hardware for it. But now that I have the hardware and I have a kid and I work full time, it's kind of rare that I play off stream anymore, unless I'm playing with my buddies, you know, on Truckers MP or something, which I haven't done that in months. I need to get into that as well. So which way this truck's gonna turn. Right. Had to be sure. We are on our way to Page, up to 98. Shouldn't have that much longer to go, just 50-something miles. I said generally I don't do these kind of trips like this, but you know, like I said, the plan is to get to Cape. Well, it's going to be Page, which I know now for sure it is an entry point into Utah. Actually, not sure if it's Page, because I used to stay in Arizona for like 5 years. I believe that one of these routes, and maybe some of you lifers that are in Arizona may be able to tell me if this is one of the routes that go into the reservations, or the res as they call it. The only reservation I've been to in Arizona was Salt River, and that's right outside of Scottsdale. So I've never been to any of the other reservations, but I know that there's plenty of them in Arizona. But that's the only one that I've been to, Salt River. I remember wanting to join their auxiliary police force when I was there. I was a little bit more slimmer then. But I remember wanting to join their auxiliary police force because they had one in Salt River. But decided not to for, you know, whatever reason. But yeah, it's the only reservation I've been to. I know that there's a lot of them once you go north, you know, and you go into Winslow, Arizona, and Holbrook and places like that. So maybe it's not the 98 here because this is a west route. And I know the reservation is probably just to the north a little bit, maybe to the north of Flagstaff, or not Flagstaff, like Winslow or Holbrook, or not Holbrook. Holbrook. I don't know. I know we got a reservation here outside of Buffalo. And I used to go there when I was traveling west of Cleveland. I used to stop through the reservation, partly because gas was like 60, 70 cents cheaper going through the reservation. So I would do that, you know, often, and then the smokes were cheap. So I would go through the reservations quite a bit, you know, so I could get the cheaper gas, cheaper smokes, and so I didn't have to pay for the toll booths. It's just a personal preference. I am not a fan of New York State, especially not a fan of Buffalo. And with that being said, I refuse to give this state any more money than I have to. I shit you not. Like, when I first moved here, I had to pay $135 to switch my CDL over. Like I said, I kid you not, I had to pay that money, like I said, to switch my CDL over. And I thought it was just so expensive because to transfer over to Arizona back then was less than $40. So I'm like, you know, everything here is so expensive. So with that being said, I just don't give this state any more money than I have to. So when I travel to Cleveland, I will often just travel down Route 20 all the way till I get to the Pennsylvania and Ohio state line, just so I don't have to give them my $3 or $4. But anyway, we're about to be dropping off in just a second here. A little bit late. It was supposed to be 6:30, but stuff happens. This is going to be interesting here. Try to get this load in here. Always have trouble just because sometimes the trailer will often hit that building. Good. I'm not looking to get it straight. I'm just looking to get it in here. I actually be doing better than I thought. Alright, so we're just gonna leave it just like this. Like I said, I'm not gonna concern myself with straightening this up here. Cut this off. So again, we are at the Autocar DLC. Find it on the SCS forums. If you find it elsewhere, don't download it. If you re-upload it, use the original author links. You really shouldn't be re-uploading it, but definitely going to keep this truck in my repertoire. So, you know, very, very good truck here. For the SCS Lowboy ownable trailers, you need to have the Forestry DLC because this is one of them. This is one of the Forestry DLC, so you need to have the Forestry DLC in order to use this mod, otherwise you can't. Let me go into, this is my reshade menu, and I remember to tell you before I ended the video. So these are the options that I have selected right now. I have, you know, DPX selected, Filmic Pass, Magic Bloom, and that's it. Those are really the only three that I have selected currently. You know, that's how each of them look with it turned off, turned on. I didn't have HDR selected, so that's it, folks. If you haven't already, as always, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Next video will be Utah, so stay tuned. If you watch to the end of this video, this is probably only going to be one or two times I'm going to say it. The first 5 people who signs up for my $4.99 or higher subscription tier will be entered into a Utah DLC giveaway. I have to have 5 people subscribe. 5 people subscribe, then I will start the DLC. I will post a community post on my YouTube channel, probably within a day or two, saying the same thing, but you all here will hear it first. But if you haven't already, as always, hit that like, hit that subscribe. And until next time, take care.